Steve here, ShenRC, and today I'm going to show you guys how to fix these leaky shocks that come on the Tamiya Sand Scorcher and the Buggy Champ. This is a free mod, you don't have to buy anything. So I'm going to show you how to fix these beauties next. Alright, let's get to it. Put that aside. Alright, everyone knows there's a problem with these shocks. They always leak out of the bottom. So I found something out and I'm going to show you guys how to do it totally free, and hopefully it'll help stop the leaking. Let's go ahead and get one of these shocks off here. Keep the parts the way they came off so you don't mess nothing up. Alright, now that you got the shocks off, put the car aside. Alright, here's the shock. Here's the problem. They always leak right there out of the bottom. So I'm going to take this apart and show you how I fix it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take this bottom part off, the holder, shock holder. Here's your shock right here. Want to take this apart. Now I'll show you how these work first before I show you the modification. When this piece screws down in there, it smashes these two washers together and makes the O-ring get compressed a little bit to seal it. So that's how that works. Now I'm going to show you the mod I use to stop them from leaking. And how you stop them from leaking is you get a very thin Lexan from like a packaging. You could hear this. It's not thick at all. I could probably tear it with my hands. It's probably about as thick as a piece of paper, maybe a little thicker. And what you want to do is use like a reamer, and you drill a hole out and you make a little tiny washer and you cut around it, and you make the washer the same size as these plastic ones here, and you slide it over, and that'll help compress it and stop the leaking. And I'll show you what a washer looks like next when I cut one out. Alright guys, I made a hole with the reamer in this thin Lexan. It's kind of tricky because it's real thin. Sometimes it could be hard. But anyhow, next you want to cut around here with a scissor. I like using these curved ones. And you make a washer, like I said, the same size as these washers on your shock shafts, these white ones here. I'm going to go ahead and cut around there and make a washer, and I'll show you when it's done. It don't have to be perfect. You're probably going to have to go around it and trim some off to make it the right size. It's hard for me to do this. I'm peeking from the side around the camera, so it don't have to be perfect. Just make sure it's the size of that white washer on the shock or a little smaller. There it is. That should be good. You could use an X-Acto knife to clean it out if you didn't get everything out, but do that before you cut it out. I'm just going to go in there with the reamer. There it is. Alright, okay, now you want to get your shock. Drop the shaft in with the O-rings and washers. Put your washer you made on there, right on the shaft. Get the end cap and start screwing it in. Push the shaft down a little bit. Alright, then you want to get a napkin, hold it, and then you want to tighten this up. You don't want that washer material, the Lexan, too thick or you won't be able to shut the body of the shock with the threading piece here. Then you can feel it. Feels nice. Ready to go. Get your end cap here for the shock bottom. Put a little bit of Loctite. Put that sucker on. And there you go. Now hopefully your shocks won't leak anymore. Now let's put it on the bug. Again, I'm going to put a little bit of this thread lock on here. Just like that. It's kind of hard to do with the camera running like this, but I'm doing my best for you guys. There you go. And put the bottom one on. Just a little bit of that red locker on it. Hopefully your sand scorcher and your buggy champ shocks won't be leaking it anymore. There you have it, guys. That's what you got to do to try to stop those leaky shocks. I hope it works out for you. So far it worked out great for me. This also works on normal shocks. I have another video. I'll link that at the end and in the middle of the video somewhere for you guys to see how you could fix regular shocks also with this method. Now that you did the one, go around, do all four. Hopefully it'll stop your shocks from leaking. And then you could have fun with this classic beauty instead of worrying about shocks leaking all the time. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you out. I appreciate the support as always. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Leave me a comment. That's always nice. And hit that bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And you could check out all my other videos on my channel. I got a lot of nice ones. Thanks, guys, for watching. And I'll see you next time. Shen RC.